Hey guys, and welcome back to Ultra Game World. And today we are looking at the iOTA Go Mini PC. Now, I actually picked this up for a bargain price of £35, which again, another Amazon deal which I couldn't believe, and I just had to have it. Looking at the current price, it's about £90, so it's gone up massively. I don't know why it was reduced so cheap, but I'm not complaining. What can this little mini PC do? Now, obviously, it is a mini PC. It's like a little stick PC. You might be able to see that from the side there. It is running Windows 10, so yeah, there might be a little bit of a performance issue here. It's going to be limited, let's not expect like a full desktop PC here. There is going to be limitations, unfortunately, but I think overall, for the price I've paid, I think it will be a fairly decent unit. And really all we're looking for with this unit is good playback for YouTube videos, ideally 1080p streaming quite nicely, maybe a little bit of like office and desktop type of work, Word and Excel and what have you. Obviously gaming we won't even look at, it's just not going to be able to do it. Let's, without further ado, let's unbox this thing. So a little bit of a shake there, I just had to give it, but then it just pulls off quite nicely, and actually it does display the specs here. There's the little, basically it's like almost like the size of a USB drive. I'm not far off. Like, this is my little tiny Stanley knife, and there you go. If I actually even get my ruler out, and it's like 12 centimeters. On the side here, you might not be able to see it there, but hopefully you can. So it's plug and play, has an Intel Atom quad core again, so that's something. it should be fairly okay, you'd hope, in Windows 10. 32 gigabytes of the eMMC storage, which I was talking about, and 2 gigabytes of RAM. It also supports a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. It has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but it doesn't actually list the exact sort of versions of that, although I think it's probably like Bluetooth 4.0, and Wi-Fi is probably going to be potentially AC, you might be able to get up to, but probably looking at probably like Wi-Fi N, I would think, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's just pull this out now. It just pulls out there quite nicely. Little amazing things are about to happen. Well, I'm not sure about amazing, but we'll see what is going to happen. Hopefully it works with some kind of a desktop PC. We'll obviously get it up and running and have a look. So also you get like a little warranty, user manual warranty as well, which I'm probably not going to read at the moment. It's probably going to be pretty simple. I think it's plug and play, so you actually get a European plug there, but we'll be using the UK plug. So yeah, and obviously your USB, is that C or is that a micro? I think it's a micro. Unfortunate that it's not USB-C, that would be nicer, but hopefully that USB-C, the USB-A will go in there, and then the USB micro will go into the actual device itself. And let's have a look at that now. So just taking it out here. As you can see, very small, like that's my hand. Like, wow. Has a HDMI connection here, plug into the back of the monitor there, so that's really good. That's how it connects up here, like that. You have one USB-A port for, that's actually a USB 3A port, and then a USB 2A port as well on the back, so really keyboard, mouse for that. If you can get one of those dongles where you got like a wireless, and you have one port free, but because it's already got built-in wireless and also Bluetooth, I'm not really too fussed about that. And there's your micro SD card if you micro SD slot, so if you need to put a micro SD card to expand the storage, you can. So yeah, not really much else to say. Quite a nice little design. Let's plug this in and let's see what this puppy can do. So we've loaded up. That was actually pretty fast. I mean, that wasn't too bad at all. This is actually this is the initial Windows 10 installation though. So we've got to the screen. If I haven't mentioned it already, there's actually quite a lot of noise coming from that unit, which is a little bit off-putting because really with a stick you kind of just want to put it in, potentially, you know, have it silent if possible or near silent. That's really quite, I don't know if it's picking up on the mic and what have you. Maybe if I just be quiet for a minute you might be able to pick it up, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can pick it up, but that's pretty loud from here. So as you can see, here's the desktop. For some reason Chrome just doesn't seem to want to be loading. See what we've got in terms of bloatware. Couple of bits, not actually much. Hidden City, we don't really want that. Just in general performance, it is quite slow. You can certainly notice it. This shouldn't be my internet at all, really. I mean, I'm using my Wi-Fi mesh. It's certainly not that slow when I'm browsing on my other PCs. So it does look like it's a hardware issue related. Really, it does look like it's the hardware which is really holding us back here. Unfortunately, I'm actually quite disappointed, I must say. I was actually expecting a little bit more than this, but I mean, if this is like the general experience that you're going to be using day to day, then I mean, I wouldn't say it's unusable, but it's not getting far off it. I mean, it's like, I only paid £35, but certainly if you paid like near enough £90 or whatever for this, I would be pretty disappointed. I mean, it might be just initial like downloading stuff or updates and what have you. So there could be reasons why this is slowing down so much, but yeah, it's not particularly promising, I must say. I mean, it is playing. If I put Stats for Nerds on, eventually, once it, I mean, we're not even loading that. I mean, what we're even playing at, I can't even see. It won't even tell me. We're not playing in HD anyway, so yeah. I mean, this is a 4K video, and we can't even get 1080p out of it. So I don't know what's happened here. Interestingly, only 47 drops, which is something, but still only a 720p video. So it is playing back YouTube. I mean, that's something. Not spectacular, but it's doing its job. I mean, it hasn't actually dropped a frame yet, or something. So it looks like it might have caught itself up, although memory usage, yeah, I mean, CPU is 100% and memory is basically 88%, so I mean, we're really pushing what we can do with the computer here, even just running a YouTube video, which is a little bit disappointing, but probably to be expected for what it is. Alright, it's loading a few things in the background, but let's just sort of carry on anyway. Yeah, I mean, this is certainly usable. If you wanted to do a little Word document, you could. It's only got WordPad included, so I mean, you probably have to add that yourself. So to sum up for this video, basically just don't buy this. I don't like to say it, but yeah, this just isn't a good enough device. The fan, which is actually, you can just see it at the back there maybe. The fan is just way too loud. Maybe giving it a bit more time than I had to record this might have made it better, but I just found the general responsiveness just not very good when it loaded up. Needed a good 5 minutes to actually even be able to be usable. Maybe it was an updates thing, I don't know, but the Windows updates, but I mean, it was just generally very slow and yeah, not very good. I mean, obviously you can't expect too much for £35. I mean, certainly don't buy this for like £90 odd, whatever it is. I mean, you'd be far better off with just £90 used PC, just 4th gen i3 or something, or even 3rd gen i3 or anything basically. I mean, I mean, yes, in theory this is quad core, but I mean it just doesn't perform very well at all. In fact, it's only got 2 GB of RAM as well. That didn't help. Also, for some reason, when I tried to download Google Chrome, it just wasn't having it. I just couldn't download it from Edge. I don't know whether there's some kind of admin rights or something which is blocking that. I don't know what it is. Yeah, maybe if you want absolute basic sort of stuff of creating the odd Word document here and there, but even then, the loud fan was just so off-putting that it was just really just a bad experience. I can't recommend this at all, unfortunately. It's a shame because for just a really tiny little PC, you want something really good, and it would be really nice if you could just pop this into, especially if it's portable. I was thinking maybe you could take a little portable PC with you, and like maybe if you went to like hotels and what have you and travel, then you could just stick this into the HDMI port and then plug it in, and then maybe like a Bluetooth keyboard or something, be able to have like a little PC there, which I mean you could still do that if you wanted to, but you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot in terms of performance and what have you for that. Obviously, although it's a lot more expensive, even just a second-hand laptop would have been perfectly fine. Would have actually been better than this. So it's been disappointing, this. But overall, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I think for £35 it was worth a gamble, it was worth a shot. Certainly don't buy it for £90, but it is what it is. Anyway, I think that basically just wraps up this video. I don't think there's too much more I want to say about this product. Hopefully, if you're liking the videos, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.